Hello everyone, and welcome to our backyard. It's December 29th, and I can't believe it's already time to do the December garden tour. One, I have to admit, I can't believe I'm doing a December garden tour because the garden is looking tough because it's winter. But down here along the Gulf Coast, there's still a lot that can go on. We haven't frozen yet. Last night it got really cold, and tonight it's supposed to get close to freezing. So I guess we'll see. What I like to do is I like to pan the backyard in the same place every time so I can see what the different seasons look like. And then I start in a different area, typically each time. I don't have lots to show this time, but I do want to include a few things. The first thing I want to include is the azalea that I have potted. I've had this azalea, oh golly, 3 to 5 years now, and this is the most it's ever bloomed. It's now towards the end of its bloom, but it's just been covered with these gorgeous pink blooms for close to 2 months. Yeah, I've never seen it bloom like this. And right next to it, I have my aloe vera plant, and that has just flourished in the type of weather that we've had. So that's been kind of neat to see. I did do a video. My last video was recently about the containers that I planted. So I planted some new containers, and I have a Christmas cactus, and I will link that video up top if you haven't seen that one yet. I am taking this video in the afternoon. The morning it's just too cold out. And I do have a lot of Gulf fritillary caterpillars on my passion vines. They're all different sizes, and they're just covered. They're just covering the passion vines, which I absolutely love. Gulf fritillary caterpillars have different colors depending on what stage their caterpillars in. And because I have so many caterpillars, I really hope we don't freeze tonight. Oops. Can we focus on that? Otherwise, they won't have anything to eat. So I have been looking through the passion vines, and they are all over, and they're all over in size too. I've got little ones and big ones. Oops. Can we get him here? Is he not going to focus? Probably not. And in one area, you can have quite a few. And it's so wild to see all the different sizes from big to little. And the Gulf fritillary butterflies that have been flying around, they're a lot of fun. They're orange and they're delicate. They're a really pretty butterfly. You can see I have caterpillars all over my passion vine, which I love. So some of my flowers that have been flowering are my amante salvia, and my hummingbird that's still coming loves to visit this salvia every morning. It's been producing pretty nicely here. I do see the butterflies land on lantana. I do have some lantana that's still flowering. And I do have some amistad, salvia, that's flowering. Not a lot of Greg's mist flower, but there is some which they will land on. Here's some more of the lantana. And the butterflies really appreciate the lantana. I'm pretty surprised that I still have some of these tithonia or Mexican sunflowers still flowering. And we're just letting them get to it because no reason to take them down when they're still flowering like this. And in my 4x4 bed, which is by my south fence, I've got ageratum, and I'm really surprised. It's completely in the shade right now because it's in the winter time, and it is flowering. I'm just so surprised. I have cuphea or cigar plant that's still flowering. There isn't a lot of firebush that is flowering, but I still have some blooms. There isn't many, but there's still a couple. And then let's see if I can get the Cape honeysuckle there. I don't think that was very well in focus. But that's also appreciated at this time of year when there's not a lot of flowers. The tropical hibiscus has been regularly flowering, which I've really appreciated. Flowers a little bit more vibrant colors. The yellow is flowering orange, the pink kind of a hot magenta, and the red is typically still flowering. It's red. And my potted Mexican flame vine has been flowering this fall. I should say this winter, because it really didn't do much in the fall. It's been flowering the last month pretty nicely. Let's see if I can come in here. There we go. And the butterflies have been all over this Mexican flame vine. I expected it to flower like this in the fall, and it didn't. But now here it's winter and it is not flowering like the springtime like it did in the spring. And you'll notice I have a lot of the leaves that are turning this beautiful burgundy color. So if any of you know, this is the first year that I've grown Mexican flame vine. So I do have it trellised on, I'm gonna come back here. I do have it on a wooden trellis. And if any of you know what I should do about pruning this, it'd be greatly appreciated. So this is my shade bed and the remnants, if you will. And my hummingbird every single day visits these yellow, gorgeous salvia, which is called Salvia madrensis. I'm going to come around the other side. I'm in the back of the bed looking out, and it's a female ruby-throated hummingbird, and I had her last year too, and she visits this every day. She is back in here. I do have a lot of bloom spikes, so that's great, and I hope they survive tonight because it's just blooming beautifully. And I have a lot. So she has been loving this salvia back in here. And I still have, can you believe it? I still have coleus that's flowering. I absolutely love this. It's December 29th. Incredible. So when I come out and do just coming out and inspecting and looking at everything, much to my surprise, I'm very surprised when I find monarch chrysalises. And here, let me come on the other side. So here I have a monarch chrysalis. Oh, there we go. That is on a senna bush. Insane. Ah. And these little pods are from the senna bush, and so I was looking at them and surprised to see that monarch chrysalis. But you know, every little bloom helps at this time of year for the wildlife and the pollinators that are out. And even though it's not warm, it's sunny, and so the pollinators are out sunning themselves. And I do have a porterweed that still blooms. All my porterweed is still blooming, even though it has just little portions that are blooming. And the butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds visit porterweed all throughout the day. Still, December 29th. And in this north bed here, I thought the blue butterfly clerodendron would be finished blooming, and it's not. It's such a delicate, pretty flower. And I've got quite a few more buds coming. Love it. So it looks like I will have a few more blooms. Got some there. Still putting energy into blooming. There's not a lot to show at the end of December here, but I don't expect to show a lot. I do like to do these garden tours, so I know and remember what my garden looks like and what I have blooming for the pollinators that are still flying. So more than anything, it's really for me. So thank you for joining me this December. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas holiday season. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year's also. So thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you again soon.